Guys, I pray that this is not true, that Garnacho and Erik Ten Hag are basically beefing right now because of Ten Hag substituting him off at halftime against Bournemouth today. But I can't lie, things are not looking good. Just take a look at these posts. So after the game, Garnacho went on to Instagram and posted this photo, clearly disappointed with the game and the result, and then the emoji with the zipper, basically saying, like, I'm going to keep my mouth shut. He then went to change it because obviously that got a lot of buzz online, people talking about that, and just changed it to this, like a shocked emoji. Then if you go to his likes on Twitter, he's liking a couple of Mark Goldbridge's tweets here, and one of them says, Ten Hag subtly blaming Garnacho in the post-match press conference. Not a good look throwing a 19-year-old under the bus who has actually delivered for you this season, but then again, he's clearly scared of upsetting the bigger earners. The other post says Garnacho has been one of our best players this season, poor first half, but taking him off at halftime and holding him up as the problem is a joke. Many have done much worse week in, week out, and he deserves to be there. And yeah, that's not a good look, him liking tweets like that, and then Ten Hag basically kind of throwing him under the bus a little bit in the post-match press conference. I don't like what I'm seeing here. And I feel for the kid, like he's trying hard, he's performing really well. He has to come off at halftime, but Rashford gets to stay on? What? And yeah, not a lot was working on the right-hand side during the game, and maybe Ten Hag wanted to switch it up, put Amad Diallo on and see if things change, which, yeah, I think Amad did pretty good, but at the same time, I think Amad Diallo should have taken off Rashford instead. And there's been a lot of talk online that Rashford probably shouldn't have even started this game because he's in poor form. We could have just put Anthony on the right, Garnacho on the left, or Garnacho on the left and Ahmed on the right. Change things up, see how it goes, but Ten Hag chose to keep Rashford on regardless of how bad he's been. So yeah, I feel for Garnacho. He's obviously very frustrated. That's why he did that post with the zipper on the mouth and everything, so yeah, it's not looking good, because if this turns into another situation like Ten Hag with Jadon Sancho, oh boy, we've got a lot of problems coming our way. We cannot afford to piss off this young man. He has been one of our best players of the season. He is a rising star. He's already a star in his own right, and he's performing pretty much all the time. So we can't afford to throw him under the bus, get him upset, and then have him start to think like, oh, maybe I should go to a different club or something, because other clubs want him. Here is Ten Hag's comments on Alejandro Garnacho. He said, I think we had to repair over the right side. We didn't play well. The spaces were there in possession. We had to bring a sub there. Garnacho was during the week not training. So I guess maybe, he was sick, picked up a knock or something, wasn't in a lot of training, so that's the reason why you took him off. But, sure. Then he said, only yesterday we thought bring some energy and bring him some more quality. Quality in the sense of cooperation and togetherness on that right-hand side. Now, sure, that sounds like a legitimate reason, but at the same time, it clearly looked like he could have played the whole game. It's not like he was struggling and was complaining to him that he wants to come off or anything. Like, you literally just took him off, even though he was trying hard and he's fine, so to seem. Now, there might be some more comments, but this is the only one I could find right now. But tensions seem to be rising. Like, obviously, we're in a very bad position this season. A lot of players aren't performing. There's a lot of injuries. There's a lot of headaches around this whole club. And, I just watched a clip on Twitter where Ten Hag walked out of the press conference because someone asked him about United having their worst ever Premier League finish if we finish below 7th, which could be a real possibility. And then on top of that, we've got Garnacho basically beefing with the manager. It is just not a good look, Like, regardless if he's upset at him or not, or if there actually is beef, I don't know. Him liking those tweets is a big red flag, and we cannot afford to have any drama between him and Erik Ten Hag. And if this ends up becoming, an actual thing, like if Garnacho's on the bench the next game and then they have like a feud or whatever, similar to how Jadon Sancho and him did, I think Ten Hag's gone 100% if it becomes another issue, him and a player, because that's 3 times now. We had an issue with Ten Hag and Ronaldo, then Ten Hag and Jadon Sancho, and then if this is the 3rd time, I think Ten Hag is gone, I've criticized his man management here and there because he clearly has issues with that, because otherwise we wouldn't be hearing all this and seeing it unfold right in front of our eyes. So yeah, I am worried right now. I pray and I hope that this is not going to be some big drama thing between the manager and our player. But let me know down below in the comments what you guys think about this. And do you think Erik Ten Hag is going to be here next season?